This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. We are in the kitchen of Enoteca Ascari in the East End of Toronto, here with chef owner Mr. John Sinopoli. We are going to be making a couple of pasta, I believe.
Yeah, true. That is true. We're going to be making two different spaghettis that are on our menu, mainly for contrast in style and noodle and all that. So one is a very traditional spaghetti from the region my mother's from, Abruzzo, spaghetti alla chitarra it's called. So it's spaghetti cut on guitar strings. And then the other is a spaghetti carbonara, so more Roman style pasta with Toronto, Southern Ontario kind of product style twist. And yeah, so we'll start rolling with that. And you'll see, pretty straightforward. So the spaghetti alla chitarra is a very simple tomato sauce that we make with a little bit of red pepper in there, and it's garnished with pecorino cheese and a little baby basil. It's really just spaghetti and tomato sauce, really straightforward. In my mom's region, often they will serve it with fresh crayfish from the river next door. But yeah, so anyway.
So when it comes to making your tomato sauce,
yes.
When do you make that, and how do you make a tasty sauce at this time of year?
We buy really good quality canned tomatoes, and then yeah, it's about product, right? So it's not like, you know, in Italy they eat tomato sauce in February, right? It's not only when tomatoes are fresh. We would never serve a tomato salad this time of year, but definitely you get really good quality canned tomatoes. You actually start the carbonara with guanciale fat. So guanciale is cured pig cheek.
Okay.
So we've cooked it ahead, rendered the fat. We've got some onions here that we're going to cook in the guanciale fat. Guanciale, yeah. Okay. Guancia means cheek in Italian. The guanciale I use is actually a little bit smoked as well. So it's got a little smoky flavor. And we're gonna really caramelize the onions really nicely, like really dark.
Tell me a little bit about the pasta that you use here.
So we make all our own noodles ourselves, obviously. We make it also all what I call tabletop style. So kind of like an Italian grandmother would make. We make it well with the flour, crack the eggs in the middle, mix with a fork. We never do it in any machines because I find it's very hard to control the tenderness of the dough. It's really easy to overwork the dough. Right?
And is that common in Italian restaurants to do it in that manner?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't worked in too many other Italian restaurants. But I think a lot of people mix pasta doughs in mixers and in machines because it's fast and it produces usually a fairly good product. For me, you know, we use only 00 flour like a lot of people do, and sometimes we mix a little bit of semolina depending on which pasta we're making. But we often, but we only mix it by hand because that's really where the control comes in. And you'll find throughout the year with different humidity levels and different air, you know, whether it's dry or not, you need to adjust your recipe. And you only be able to do that if you're using your hands.
Right.
It's the only way you'll be able to feel the difference. All right, so now we've got caramelized onions and some roasting butternut squash. So in the spring we put fresh peas or asparagus in this dish. In the fall we'll use something more of the season. But now towards the end of winter, spring weather might be here, but spring product definitely is not. We've still got some squash in here, goes well. And then we always, with this pasta, deglaze with a little bit of our pasta water. Let it go. The chitarra is a staple, so that's always on the menu. I'm going to actually drop them in the water. And then the carbonara is something we've had on for a while now, and then sometimes we change ingredients with the season. It might make a departure and then come back. So one is a regular spaghetti. See, one is a little thicker, has a bit more of a kink, and this is more like a regular spaghetti. So whether it's here or at table 17, I really try to get behind the stove at least a couple nights a week and keep myself fresh and connected to what we're up to. But we have very talented, trustworthy teams at both places that don't need me. In fact, most of the time I just get myself in the way. So I'm just gonna test the make sure that we are seasoned where we want them. And that one is. And this one too. That one is. Use a little salt. And that's it. Because the guitarra is a rather thick noodle, it actually takes longer than you think, even for fresh pasta. But we make everything fresh and then we flash freeze it, and it's all ready right beside in our freezer on the line. So everything stays really like exactly the way it's supposed to be, and then it's really simple, quick pickups. It's pasta, it's fresh, it's fast, it's nothing complicated. You'll see from the dish, even the pasta with tomato sauce and the carbonara, they're super simple dishes that are just all about you know, proper execution and quality of product. That's the number one, quality of product. All right, are you a pasta lover, Jamie?
I am very, very fond of pasta.
You're very fond of pasta.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh.
I'm one of those people that I can, like, if I'm eating rice or if I'm eating other kinds of starch, I can eat just a small amount before I'm like, oh, I'm done, I'm full. But I kind of, the tank never gets full on pasta. Like, I can just kind of keep going. I think it's a metabolism thing. You know, many generations of my ancestors were fed and nourished on the noodle, and I think that it's just part of my makeup, my genetic makeup, that I'm really good with noodles. You know what I mean? A bit of pecorino romano. You can smell there's something about the fat from the cheek of the pig,
right,
that smells and tastes so unique. It's really unmistakable. So I've got a little bit of cheese mixed in with the pasta water there, which makes the sauce for a carbonara. And then of course, with carbonara is not carbonara without egg. We like to put the egg yolk on top, so I keep a little divot there. Put a little more pecorino. Egg yolk. A little more pesto. And then a little black pepper right on the egg yolk.
That is one good looking pasta dish.
And there's
great.
Ascari Enoteca's spaghetti alla carbonara.
Wonderful.
As soon as you see this, the spaghetti hit the pan, you see the noodle is totally different. It's got a kink into it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's got a kink to it, and you know, we use a pretty fresh, like not too overcooked, not too reduced tomato sauce. But we buy tomatoes that are not high in acid. They're really good quality, so you don't really need to cook the crap out of it. And then this gets also gets a pecorino, but this pecorino is from Sardinia. It's a little bit different character than pecorino romano. So mainly, this is about the noodle,
Right.
not really about, you know, like any extraneous flavors. And really simple, a little bit of baby basil on top, and that's year round here at Ascari. Fresh.
Wonderful.
So the guitarra is actually, like, we have new ones now, but the original one we used here was from my mom's house because I couldn't find where to buy one, and now you can buy them around a little more easily. But that's it. So get your fork and your spoon and you can dig in.
Sounds fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, John.
Thanks, Jamie.
Take care.